Okay, so hi everybody, welcome to the Gingerbread Reports, Gingerbread Cast. As you know, well, we usually do this in an MP3 format. For 2011, we're trying to do something new. Right now, we're at Bikezilla. I am with Ado. He's the store manager of Bikezilla. Hi, Ado. Say hi to our readers.
Hello.
And that's Roy in the background. So, what are we gonna do today? He's gonna talk to us about bikes. I know you guys have been requesting a lot. I know you guys have been requesting a lot about bikes, and you want to know more about it. It's enough that you hear it from me, because I'm just a newbie to this thing. Might as well hear it from the experts. So, Ado, why not tell our readers something about yourself, and how'd you get into the whole cycling biz?
Well, actually, I started as a BMX rider when I was a student, elementary years. Then, after I graduated college, I decided to work in a bike shop since I wanted to pursue my racing career. And fortunately, I ended up working in a bike shop, running a shop.
So, awesome. So did you ever ride professionally or for teams?
Well, I do race professionally. Right now, I'm a pro downhiller here in the Philippines.
Awesome. Okay, thanks for that. So let's start the whole thing so we could enlighten our listeners. This is the first time we're ever doing this. So tell us more about the shop. It's a very nice shop. It's near a place. So how did it open in the country? When did you guys open? What do you offer customers?
We just started last December 10th to 2009, and it's nice that we opened the shop here in Ortigas since there's no nearest bike shop that's this kind here in Ortigas.
Okay, so what are the usual products or services that you offer consumers?
Actually, we when it comes to the products we're offering, we offer from entry levels up to high ends, from mountain bikes and to road bikes, triathlon bikes, and even recreational bikes. For the services, we offer full service for bike assembly, for repairs, even to bike wash. Yeah.
Alright, so guys, if you have your bikes and you need something done, just drop by here. It's actually near Oakwood, right?
Yeah, we're beside Oak. We're actually in between Oakwood and Yamaha.
Okay, so that's pretty near. It's near Podium, right?
Yeah.
It's near Podium. Okay, so moving on. What can you say, Mr. Ado, about this notion that cycling is actually the new running? There are a lot of people, they're into running, and then maybe some of the more experienced runners, they experience fatigue, and then they're into something new, like a new hobby. Well, what can you say about this?
Yeah, actually, a lot of new cyclists nowadays came from running, for the reason that because when you run, normally it has an impact to your knees. Unlike with cycling, it's a low impact to your knees. So you do the training, but you don't give that load to your, every time you bike, there's no load to your knees. So it's good for individuals, especially for individuals who has heavy weight. At least when they do exercise, they don't strain their knees.
Alright, so it's like a good jump-off point to the
yeah,
thing.
it is. You get a good cardio, and you can also work on a lot of muscle groups in cycling. So you just have to discover through experience to different rides.
Okay, thanks. Now, I did a quick survey on my site, because a lot of people are into multisport nowadays.
Yeah.
And I was asking them, well, what's the biggest reason why you don't want to go into multisport? Some of them can't swim, but a lot of them said that bikes are so expensive. Some say it's almost as expensive as buying a car for some. Why are these bikes so expensive anyway? And I mean, what's so special about them?
Well, what makes these bikes expensive? Or for the reason that one would be the materials. Some are made out of carbon fiber, titanium, which we know for a fact that these materials are expensive. Another thing would be the technology. For example, for mountain bikes, for the suspension and the hydraulic disc brakes, it really justifies why it becomes so expensive. And for road bikes, well, basically it's the ergonomics, it's the research and development that makes these bikes expensive.
Alright, do these things really make that big of an impact when racing, or do they really help?
Well, yes, they do, especially for individuals who do race. They would notice it. If, for example, if they run over 40 kilometers an hour, they would really feel the difference having a bike that has a aerodynamic design that, you know, would really help you move faster.
Well, I wish I could get one of those fancy bikes, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's do some quick biking 101 here, just for the benefit of our readers and our viewers. You know, they probably hear it a lot. When they say group set, what exactly does that mean?
Well, group set, it's basically the drivetrain, the drivetrain set. It's composed of crankset, the shifters, the brakes, the hubs, the chain, the derailleurs.
Alright, so more or less it's like the engine of the...
Yeah, it's like an engine, yeah.
And are there different brands of these?
Well, for group sets, here in the industry, especially here in the Philippines, the famous group sets are for mountain bikes and road bikes. There's the Shimano, there's also SRAM group set, and there's also the Campagnolo group set. So these brands, these are the brands that offers group set in terms of bike components.
Okay, and obviously some of them are for entry level also, some are for professionals.
Well, some are entry level models, and some are really the high end ones.
How do the high end ones differ? I mean, is it?
Well, it differs. For the high end ones, you would, if you experience to try one, you would really notice the precision of the shift, the gears. Riding using these high-end components would really justify as I have said, the precision for every shift that you do. Aside from the materials that they use, there are some group sets that comes with carbon fiber cranks and some carbon fiber levers. So it does make a difference, really.
Do you think it's advisable for newbies to, let's say, buy? I know for a fact that Shimano, their highest end group sets, the Dura Ace, right?
Yeah.
So is it advisable for a newbie to actually get one of these?
For newbies, it's best if they'll try to start with the basic entry-level models. Then if they're really or if they really want to get into the sport, especially if they want to compete, well, that's the time to go for the high-end ones, for the more expensive ones.
Okay, thanks. Anyway, you had actually mentioned it in passing earlier. More about frames and what's all the rage about these carbon fiber and titanium frames. I know some of them could cost as much as $5,000, which could fund my kids' future college education. But what about these frames? So what makes a carbon fiber frame or titanium frame?
Actually, what makes a carbon fiber frame expensive is because of the using carbon fiber frames. The designers of these frames can make use of the flexibility or the flexibility of on their designs, because using carbon fiber frames, it's easy for them to design the frame to the form they wanted to. Unlike for tubular aluminum frames, it's hard as compared to carbon fiber.
Okay. So, is there a difference with how it rides with these carbon?
Well, for the ride, it does make a difference. Riding a titanium frame as compared to aluminum and riding a carbon fiber frame, they have these differences though it would take a lot of saddle time for you to notice it.
Alright. Is there a difference between, let's say, carbon and that in a titanium frame?
Well, aside from the weight,
is titanium lighter than carbon? Or the other way around?
It depends. It depends.
Okay.
It depends on the design it depends on the structure. But normally, carbon fiber is more lighter.
Okay. Alright. So something to save up for. Yeah, we had mentioned earlier that triathlons, duathlons, the whole multi-sport community is really experiencing a big regrowth. We hear it all the time. What's with the, you had mentioned it earlier, what is a tri-bike really? What's the difference from a tri-bike and a typical road bike?
It's a good question. The difference between a road bike and a tri-bike. For a tri-bike, it's specifically designed for a certain ergonomic position.
Okay.
The geometry is different from a typical road bike, and for a tri-bike, your position, your ergonomic position is
is it like more aggressive, or does it see your legs?
Actually, it's designed really for for the rider to talk to try or to find way to eliminate or to lessen the wind drag.
Okay.
Unlike for a typical road bike, normally you do stand up, you do turn. Unlike to a tri-bike, you're just positioned into just one position.
Okay, and I think that there's this perception that tri-bikes are usually more expensive than road bikes. Is that true?
Yeah. In my experience here in the shop, I can really see the difference that the tri-bikes are really more expensive than the road bike. Though there are some road bikes that are also same as the tri-bike. Well, for a tri-bike, the reason why it's more expensive is that it's more of the aerodynamics. Maybe the manufacturers of these items really put more investment on their R&D to attain that aerodynamic design.
Okay, so it's really meant to, in short, you're really paying for quality. You're paying for performance. Okay. Good. Now that we have a lot of bikes, I've been noticing a lot of bikes around when I'm driving around, and I noticed that here we don't have a bike lane, a dedicated bike lane, not like in other countries. Is this something that you're actually in favor of, or will it clog traffic more? Or?
Well, for me, I'm really in favor of having a bike lane here. Though there's a bike lane in Marikina City.
Okay. Yeah, I heard of it.
Having a bike lane in Marikina alone won't really, satisfy the whole biking community. Especially for an individual who does bike to work, having a bike lane would really my tip for the newbies who's now into cycling, it's best that you wear your helmet all of the time, and I encourage you to continually know more about cycling, especially the safety in riding a bike, especially on the streets.
That's future, Alright, so Sir Ado, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
So guys, visit Bikezilla. It's in Ortigas. It's near Oakwood, near Podium. If you have anything, Ado is here. Other guys here. Who else is here? That's Dave over there, and Arjuna is busy with a client, and Beth is over there. So if you need anything, they're just here. And well, thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and expertise with us. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.